You alright guys, this is ATC, and today I'm bringing you another Black Ops 2 commentary. And I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, and there's a lot of other videos that falls into the similar category as this video is going to be in, and that is going to be talking about paranormal stuff and conspiracy theories and mysteries and shit. So I just wanted to give this first little episode a try because this is something that I have personally experienced, and I don't have a greater knowledge in it, but I know that what I've experienced isn't anything normal. So we're going to start off this first episode and we're going to be talking about ghosts. And a lot of you people will probably want to leave right now as soon as I've mentioned ghosts, because a lot of people think it's some bullshit. It's some people think it's something else other than what it is, and I see ghosts as something not like what you see in the films where it's like a little white cloaked figure like floating about and stuff. There are multiple explanations of what ghosts actually are, and one of them being dispersed energy. And everybody knows that a person has their own energy, obviously. This could be seen as a soul, and I'm not religious in any way, so don't think that I'm talking any of this religious stuff because I'm not. But what I'm saying is energy has to go somewhere. If anybody knows the smallest thing about energy, the energy needs to go somewhere. A human has a lot of energy, and when a human dies, energy needs to go somewhere. One of the explanations is that the energy carries on and it comes out of your body, and it goes around in a sort of force like a person, but it's just the energy, which is what orbs could be. It could be the energy that has been dispersed from somebody that has died. I don't want to get too into that because that's another subject on itself, and that can actually get quite boring. When I say I wanted to talk about ghosts, I wanted to talk about an experience that I had, well, two experiences that I had a good couple of years ago. I was staying at my friend's house, and I could swear this on my own mother's life. I mean, I don't usually do that, but this is a 100% true story. And I was staying over at my friend's house, and it was about 3 a.m. Around about that time, anyways. It was some ridiculous time, and was both just like chilling, having a couple of smokes and just joking about and stuff. And then it got time to go and sleep, so we both got started to get our heads down, and it was going to sleep. And out the corner of my eye, I saw something in the corner of the room which looked like a man. I looked over at it properly, and yeah, there was a guy stood there, but he wasn't a normal guy. He was giant. He was really big, and you can imagine, like, I live in England and some of the houses here are extremely, extremely old. And obviously in the olden days they had really, really, really big rooms. Not like lengthways or like widthways, like height-wise. Like there was really quite tall rooms. Obviously had to make room for the big chandeliers or whatever. But his room is a tallish room. And this guy was like struggling to stand up in the corner. He was stood in the corner facing the wall, and he was stood up, but he had his back arched because otherwise he'd be too tall to fit inside the room. And it was one of them moments where you don't quite know what to do. You're pretty much stricken and you're frozen. And I was terrified. I ain't gonna lie. I was pissing my pants. And I looked over at Danny, and he was staring at it as well. I was like, "Can you see that over there?" All he said was like, "Yeah, dude, I can see that." And we just sat and we just stared at it a long time. It must have been about 30 minutes to an hour. It was an extremely long time. We just stood staring at this thing, and eventually it just kind of went because we was like talking to each other and stuff, and it just kind of went. It just disappeared, and his mother went to like, don't you get the fortune tellers, like palm readers and stuff, and going in, not telling anything about herself to this person. She said, "You've got a daughter, haven't you?" Who's, I think she was about 8 years old at the time, maybe. And she said, "You've got a daughter who's 8 years old." And she said, "Yeah." And she went, "I don't want to panic you, but she speaks to a little girl who sits at the end of her bed," which obviously this has nothing to do with the guy in the corner, obviously, because it was a guy, and this is about a girl. But this was a girl who was supposedly sat on the end of her bed, who had died in some war, or when the house got bombed, or something. And she said she talks to her. And it was really freaky because there's a lot of times we could hear his little sister in her room talking to herself and, singing nursery rhymes and stuff, which is really creepy, which is really, really, really creepy. And there's this something about his house when you go in it, it just makes you feel really uneasy. And like I say, I'm not expecting any of you people to believe me, although I kind of want you to believe me because I don't want to sound like I'm lying, because I am 1,000,000% chips down. I am not lying at all. But you know, it was a freak experience, and there's been some other weird occurrences going on in his house when I've not been there, that I've heard about from him and his family and his other friends. But I'll probably get into them another time, because some of them are quite long, and this video is approaching about 6 minutes now. So this is the first episode of my paranormal stuff. If you really like this video, then please show your appreciation, and it'd be greatly appreciated if you would leave a comment in the comment section suggesting what you'd like me to talk about next, whether it's you know, conspiracy theories, Area 51, anything, because I am quite a sad person, and I like to read up about stuff like this. You know, like the Illuminati and New World Order, and you know, conspiracies, the lot. So if you've got anything that you'd like me to talk about, then all you have to do is drop that in the comments section or send me a personal message, and I will get around to that as soon as I can. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, guys. It's been a great one, actually. I've really enjoyed making this. So hopefully I'll be able to do more. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all later.